Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine with a 3-card spread. I decided to do a video on that situation with Gayle King and the question that she asked about Kobe Bryant's past deal that he had. The question that she asked to that lady named Lisa. Okay, I don't know a lot about it. I just heard about it. And I don't watch Gayle King. I know that she is a friend of Oprah's. I don't watch Oprah at all. I used to watch her a long time ago, but I always found her show to be kind of boring. Sorry, guys. That's just how I feel. So I don't really watch her. And I don't watch a lot of talk shows. So I just heard about this, and I wanted to get my own take on it with the tarot cards and see what the tarot cards are going to say. So my question was, what was Gayle King's motive for asking this question? What are her true feelings about it? And what is the final outcome because of what has happened? She has upset many people with this question that she asked about Kobe Bryant, and there's an uproar about it. So I want to know what the cards and my spirit guides have to say. Okay, and I'm going to try to tap into her spirit guides as well, because I feel like she's got personal, deep-rooted feelings that she's never expressed, and now during the interview, she's expressing them. All right, so we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. We have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. And then we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. If you notice, all the cards are in reverse, which is not good. Okay, so here we go. Except for this one. Excuse me, guys. I'll be coughing because I'm still coughing. So, with this card, this is literally the card of depression. When it's in the upright position, you see a woman with a woman or man with their head in their hands, depressed, crying. And this is like severe depression. So at one point in her life, she was this way. And since this is the question asking about Kobe Bryant, I'm feeling that this is how she was feeling back then when she heard about what he had did, because they knew each other. I don't know how close they were, but in her interview, I noticed that she said that they were friends at one point. So she took that really hard and really personal when he did all that stuff with that woman or whatever happened back then. I am going to say this. Back then, when all that happened with Kobe Bryant, the woman that accused him was lying. I already know that much. She was lying, and it was consensual consent. Only that woman had mental problems. She was schizophrenic and had other things going on, and she was like a big groupie, and she accused Kobe of raping her when actually they did have sex, but it was it was consensual. Okay, it was mutual. It was a mutual agreement. So whoever's skeptic still about it, okay, there's your answer right there, because the cards are already telling me that. Okay, so anyway, back to the future. Gayle King's feelings were like this. She was mad about it. She was angry because she felt like Kobe was lying. He wasn't telling the truth. But she never said nothing about it. She always kept it to herself. She kept all those feelings bottled up, kept them to herself. Well, as time went on, she suppressed all those feelings. She kept them to herself. And now that she interviewed Lisa, which is Kobe's friend, she felt like she had the opportunity to say something about it because it's been bothering her all these years. She just kept quiet. She didn't say a whole lot about it. So she decided that she was going to throw that into her interview and kind of squeeze it in there. But these are her own personal feelings. That's why she decided to say it this way. She squeezed in her own personal feelings into that question, which made it seem really rude and disrespectful, which I think it was, because the man just died. He hasn't even been buried yet, and she's bringing this up. Why bring this situation up when it doesn't even pertain to his death or anything like that? I do think it was rude. In my personal opinion, I think it was rude. I don't know how many other people agree with me, but I do think it was rude of her and disrespectful of her to bring this situation up when it happened a long time ago, and it already had been resolved. And she put Lisa into a very uncomfortable position. And this is what the people are upset about. They're upset because, first of all, she put this woman in an uncomfortable position to answer this question. And then she kept on insisting that it was true. She kept insisting on it. She didn't really come out and say that it was true, but she just kept on insisting by the questions that she asked that, this was something that really happened, that he really did rape this woman, which he didn't. I can tell all of you now that he did not rape this woman. My spirit guides tell me that it was consensual sex back then. They had consensual sex, and he admitted to that. But this woman was crazy. She was schizophrenic. She had a mental illness. She was schizophrenic. I don't know if that ever came out in public or not, because I don't remember following that story. But I do know that my spirit guides are telling me that that lady back then was schizophrenic, and she had mental problems, okay? So, moving on to the next card. This is the card of success, okay? And this is how Gayle King was, but in the present time, she's in the reverse, because now that she's hearing everybody's backlash, especially Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg called her all kinds of bad names, and he was really upset. And I don't blame him. When I heard, I only watched one video about it when it first came out, and I kind of got upset too, and I thought, why is she even bringing that up? I don't know her. I don't watch her, so I don't really know her. But I do feel like it was disrespectful for her to bring that question up. She could have talked about anything, but she chose to talk about that. But that's because of her own deep-rooted feelings that she still has about it that are personal, okay? And she let her personal side interfere with her business side, okay? So right now she's like this. She's not entirely happy because now her kingdom is going to come crashing down, because people are going to start talking about her bad, which they already are. They're going to be saying that she's manipulative, and she's trying to make it seem like it's not her fault, when she knows good and well it is. My advice to her would be to get on the news and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said what I said. But instead, she's making it look like her company put a clip out there. You didn't get to watch the whole thing. So, which is going to make it even worse for her. It's going to bring her ratings down. She's going to have many harassing phone calls. I see a lot of harassing phone calls coming to her, death threats. And she's going to have to get some type of police security wherever she goes out, because things are only going to get worse for her. Simply because of what she said. You got to be careful when you're out in public and you're a newscast person. You got to be careful of the things you say and the things you do, because, the whole world is watching. Okay, and she wasn't careful with that. She let her own personal feelings interfere with her work. And she's had these feelings for a very, very long time. I see that she's had them bottled up. And she's been dying to say something about this situation, only she never has the opportunity to, or never took the opportunity to say something until right now. And so this question came from her own deep-rooted feelings that she has about that situation back then. And she was angry about it. And she has a little bit of attitude towards black men that she kind of projects out there, which is making the community even more upset. Because I even see that. Instead of bringing them up, she brings them down with the words that she says, with the things that she says. So, things are not going to go well for her right now. And she got on, I don't know if it was Instagram or somewhere, she got on a video and said that it was her company that released this clip, and that wasn't the full clip. It doesn't matter if it was a small clip or a long clip, or if you watch the whole version. The problem is that you still asked the question. You still said it. You still put your own personal feelings into it, which you shouldn't have done. You need to separate your own personal feelings from your job. And that way it would have kept you out of trouble, Gayle. But you didn't. So now you're getting all the backlash from it. And it's going to be a whole lot. There's going to be a whole lot of things coming at you. You're basically going to be like a hermit in your house, because you're going to be afraid to come out, and you're not going to know what to do from this point on. And she's sitting there thinking, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? How do I fix this? But yet she still don't want to come out and say, I'm sorry. She could easily fix this problem just by getting on TV and saying, look, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that question. Please forgive me. It was rude of me. But she's not going to do that because she's got a lot of pride. And her pride is what's going to ruin her. It's going to bring her down. And she's going to be like this, upside down, in her own happy home, in her own job security. And people are losing faith in her. And a lot of people are going to lose faith in her. They're not going to see her the same anymore. They're going to see her in a whole different light. Excuse me. So here we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so in the upright position, this is success. You're riding home at success, and this is the future card. This man is riding home in success. He's got the infinity card, circle, meaning forever. You know, this was how her life might have been hadn't she asked that question. But now she's in the reverse. So this proves unsuccessful. Her journey and her career is going to be unsuccessful for that little one comment that she made, for that little question that she asked. Is going to lead her down a whole different road, a whole unsuccessful road in her career. A lot of things are going to start happening to her, and she's going to start having some kind of mental breakdown from it. I'm hearing that she's going to have a mental breakdown, not right now, but later on, because she's going to keep getting backlash and backlash and backlash till it's going to wear on her mentally. Okay, so later on, maybe in a year from now, you're going to see, you know, things slowly from this point on until a year, you're going to see things happening to her because it's going to bother her mentally. She's not going to be able to handle the backlash that's coming at her, and it's going to wear on her mentally. And she doesn't know how to handle that because she's never been through stuff like that before, and she doesn't know how to fix it. Well, she can easily fix it. Like I said, Gayle, if you ever watch this video, you can fix it by apologizing, so you can turn this card back up and be successful. But you're not going to be successful. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. You're going to have lots of misery. I see misery coming to you, mental anguish. I see that you're going to get really tired and weary of the same thing over and over. You're not going to pull off this victory of your career. I'm hearing that you're going to need to go off somewhere and get some kind of rest or some kind of, you go off to a resort or something to recuperate, because you're not going to be in a good state of mind after you get all this backlash. There's going to be more and more and more coming, and it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Okay, so your journey as far as your career is going to be postponed. It's going to be delayed because of what you did, of what you said. That simple little question is going to bring you a whole lot of grief. Why did you ask that? I mean, what? Okay, if you have deep-rooted feelings about it, you should have got them out a long time ago. Okay, you had the opportunity all these years to get all these questions out and say something about it, but you didn't. You kept it inside. So this question came from your own deep-rooted feelings that you still have about it, and they've bubbled up inside of you, and then you let it out this way. So it's going to bring you a lot of damage to your career. I see your career at a standstill. You're going to be at a standstill for at least for a year. And yeah, you're going to still appear on TV, and you're doing your news thing or whatever it is you do. But on the inside, it's going to be eating you up. You're going to have mental anguish. I see a lot of mental anguish, and I see future plans delayed. A lot of your future plans are going to be delayed because of this. The storm is coming. Okay, and I'm hearing that you're just going to have to develop some kind of patience and ride out the storm in order to come out of this, because it's going to hit you. It's coming. All right. So, yeah, guys, this is just a short video on Gayle King's question about Kobe Bryant. And in my personal opinion, I never give my own personal opinion, but I am this time. I do think it was rude. I think that she should have not asked that at this time. If she did have still deep-rooted feelings about it, I think she should have asked that when it happened, years ago, not now. Okay? And I feel like she needs to stop backlashing her fellow man. She brings her fellow man down. You know, what I mean by that is the black man. She brings them down instead of uplifting them. She brings them down, and the black community, the African American men, are aware of that, and they don't like her because of that. They don't. And I think Snoop Dogg said something about that. I got to rewatch that video because I know that he was cursing at her and saying a bunch of stuff, and I don't blame him. You know, people get tired of being put down all the time. Okay, that's just, if you're going to be a newscaster and be in the public eye, you just can't put your own people down, for one, or anybody for that matter, Ms. King. All right, so you need to get it together, because you just ruined your career. You're about to get a bunch of whiplash and backlash and all kinds of lash that's coming at you. All right, so this is my tarot reading for Gayle King's question about Kobe Bryant to Lisa. Take it as you want it. Again, be mindful of the comments, because I do not put up with any bad comments. I will delete them. And then if you make me angry, because I haven't got angry yet, people, because I've had a lot of stupid, ridiculous ass comments. I haven't got angry yet, but if I do get angry, you're going to find yourself swinging from a tree in Africa somewhere eating a banana. All right? See you next time. If you want a personal reading, don't forget to contact me with the information down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.